We've also had severe hail damage, which is quite unusual for the island. We've had hailstones that some have described as being like golf balls or even ice bombs, which have been so sharp and heavy so as to pierce the steel of cars. So really quite severe damage over here.
Police in Jersey say Storm Ciarán has brought winds of up to 102 miles an hour. 35 people were moved into hotels overnight and 3 have been taken to hospital because of damage to their homes. The Channel Islands are under a red wind warning. That is the highest level. Fiona Potigny is editor of the Bailiwick Express based on Jersey, and she joins us now. Good morning, Fiona.
Good morning.
Just tell us, what's the extent of the damage where you are?
So, I mean, we've had pretty dramatic scenes over here. Thousands of trees coming down overnight, we believe. There's certain parts of the areas of the island that have actually been blocked off as a result of that. The main issue, however, as you've spoken about before, has been that many properties have been damaged. We've had roofs coming off in what is a suspected tornado-like event that hit part of the east of the island, an area called St Clement. So that led to around 40 islanders, families of adults and children and their pets being relocated to hotels across the island. We've got 3 people in hospital. Their condition isn't known, but it's under assessment at the moment. Yes, pretty dramatic scenes around here. I mean, we've got certainly concerns about flooding. There have been certain areas of the island that we have seen the tide coming up. However, we're not sure if the worst has hit yet on the flood front, as a high tide is due around 8:40. We've obviously had sandbags, plenty of preparations put into place to prepare for that, but everyone's holding their breath for the moment.
I was going to ask about preparations, because how common is this kind of a thing happening where you are? I mean, is it fairly regularly that people have to protect their homes against flooding, or is this just put this event in context, I suppose, for us?
No, this is a truly different event for the islands. It's been about 3 decades now since we've seen the great storm of '87 that everyone knows about. Some islanders have even suggested that it is worse than the damage that was done at that point. However, the one thing that's been different is the island does seem to have been better prepared for it. We've had great communication from our emergency services. A situation room was set up at our police headquarters last night with all of the emergency services representatives there, coordinating activity and making sure that people can be quickly ferried from place to place of safety as and when issues arise with their properties. But it truly is unprecedented for the island. We did unfortunately earlier this year have a major flooding event as a result of heavy rains in another part of the island, which has sadly been affected again. They were given sandbags and extra preparation was put into place, but unfortunately, this area being close to a reservoir, overtopping is always going to be a concern there. We've also had severe hail damage, which is quite unusual for the island. We've had hailstones that some have described as being like golf balls or even ice bombs, which have been so sharp and heavy so as to pierce the steel of cars. So really quite severe damage over here. And naturally, everyone is being advised to stay inside, keep safe.
Yeah, and we can hear the wind behind you whipping around the side of the house. Fiona Potigny, do stay safe, and thanks for explaining what it's like on Jersey at the moment for us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, amazing. You could really see she's inside, but there are trees bending at her window, and it looks like double glazing there, but you can actually hear the wind really loudly going for her. So I'm glad she's dry and safe. We'll keep an eye on Storm Ciarán as it moves about the country and bring you the latest as it happens.